All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're back on the afternoon docket. We're going to start with the first appearance first. So when I call your name, please come up to the podium and I'm going to tell you what you've been charged with, and we're going to talk about release conditions. So I'll start with Melissa Nelson. Okay, she's bonded. And how about Xavier Nelson?
All right, he should be here in about 2 minutes.
Okay, just let me know when he's there.
No problem, Your Honor.
Akeem Ruiz.
He's approaching Judge at Maine.
Mr. Ruiz, you're before the court for, it's a misdemeanor case on a possession of cannabis. Matter, what does Mr. Ruiz wish to do?
Judge, he does not wish to resolve this matter. He did give me the phone number of his brother to post his bond with the court, considering it's a cannabis and it's a 2016. I don't know if the court would be inclined to reducing the bond from $2,000.
Yes.
Actually, again, it looks like this is a. One moment. I have nothing further, Judge.
All right, I do find probable cause. I'll reduce the bond to $1,000.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck, sir. Isaiah Khan.
Mr. Khan is approaching. Oh, Mr. Khan has declined the services of public defender, Judge.
Yeah, I'm on hold with his attorney's office right now.
All right, Mr. Khan, they're trying to reach your attorney. I'll recall your case once we find out what's going on. Have a seat.
Jeffrey Lewis.
Pablo Carrillo.
Bonded, Judge.
Okay. Derek Sensor.
He's approaching Judge at Maine. Judge, he declined the service of public defender.
Mr. Sensor, you're before the court for one count of burglary of an occupied conveyance unarmed, and 2 is touch or strike battery.
Thank you. Mr. Taylor?
The court does find probable cause as the parties which should be heard as the bar.
Your Honor, it does look, and I apologize if I mentioned this. It looks like count one is an attempted burglary. That was the officer's intent. I do have some concerns about the allegation. It just seems very random. $5,000 bond on count one, noting that the conveyance was occupied, even though it was in and a $1,000 bond on count two in order.
All right, Mr. Sensor, I do find probable cause as to count 1, I'm gonna impose a bond of $5,000, and on count 2, a bond of $1,000. Good luck, sir. And no contact with the victim. Henry Brown.
He's approaching Judge at Maine.
Mr. Brown, you're before the court for me to let you know that you're in violation of your parole, and you should be going before the parole board shortly. Good luck, sir.
Your Honor, I have Nelson on hand for Ryan.
You have who?
Nelson.
Okay. All right, Xavier Nelson. Mr. Nelson, you're before the court for, it's an at charge KPS.
I've been I've been in jail since November 16th. Possession of marijuana is some way I could get like time served for it. I've been in since November 16th, 17th.
Okay. So you're serving a sentence now?
He's got a no bond hold.
Oh, is a no bond hold? All right, and you want to resolve this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Withhold, Judge.
All right, Mr. Nelson, if you want to resolve this, it's a withhold adjudication and court costs. Do you want to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down. Do you understand what's going on today?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone forcing you to resolve your case?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that you do have the right to go to trial? By taking a plea, you're giving up that right.
Yes, ma'am.
What plea do you wish to enter, Mr. Nelson?
No contest.
I accept your no contest plea and I find it freely and voluntarily given. Your sentence is a withhold adjudication and court costs. Good luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
6 months to pay the court costs. Well, yeah. Michael Lippelt.
Please approach the judge here, I mean.
Sir, you're before the court today for one count of aggravated stalking, and the court does find probable cause.
Your Honor, I'm going to be requesting a $100,000 bond, pretrial release of the GPS monitor level 1, no victim contact. Your Honor, I'm not only greatly concerned for the victim's safety in this case, I'm concerned for the safety of the community. Your Honor, it's the allegations speak for themselves, but I would also mention, and I'd refer to the very last sentence of the probable cause affidavit, and Your Honor, as an officer of the court, I can tell you, it's a Scrivener's error. It says Sauterell is currently on pretrial release. It should be Lippelt. If you'd like, Your Honor, I have a report from CCIS showing that Michael Lippelt is in fact the defendant in facing a charge of lewd and lascivious battery against an elderly adult. I spoke with Dade County State Attorney's Office this afternoon and confirmed that. He actually just had a pretrial release modification hearing granted for about a week ago. That pending charge, I was hoping to get a copy of the PC from that case to provide to the court. Unfortunately, the ASA in that case is not in today, so I was unable to speak to her. But I think just the nature of that charge in and of itself and these allegations justifies my request.
Okay.
Judge, if he's out on pretrial in Dade, certainly in Dade, they're gonna go ahead and address it. What's here before the court, what the state is proposing, $100,000 is just simply something that Mr. Lippelt cannot afford. He's 33 years old, been here 10 years. He is working, but he works at a company called Sip Line Catering. He's been there for 5, making about $14 an hour. So therefore, worked several years nonstop, specifically saving for his bond. He's not even gonna be able to come up with that. He lives in Coconut Creek with his grandmother. His grandmother's on a fixed income on Social Security. His grandmother's the only person that could potentially help him post his monetary bond. But like I said, that's simply something out of reach. So I'd ask you to impose a reasonable bond for Mr. Lippelt.
And Your Honor, just also to advise the court, in 2013, Mr. Lippelt had a domestic violence battery out of Broward County.
All right. I do find probable cause, and the circumstances surrounding this arrest is very concerning to the court. And with that consideration, I am going to impose a bond of $100,000 with a level 1 GPS if Mr. and no contact with the victim in this case, either by phone, by text, by going to the house, by being anywhere near Ms. Sauterell. Good luck, sir.
And just in abundance of caution, I would also ask that that include any of her family members, since
No contact with the victim or anyone who lives with her. All right, good luck, sir. Jeffrey Lewis.
approaching judge, line of service public defender.
Mr. Lewis, you're before the court today for one count of grand theft. Counts 2 through 10 through 11 are felony KPS. Count through 11. Count 12 is grand theft.
Mr. Graham?
Counts 13, 14, and 15 are felony KPS. Count 16 is violation of probation, felony probation. 17 violation of community control. And 18 is an out-of-county felony hold.
Summary access, the system will give the full limit.
So the court does find probable cause as to the grand thefts. The bonds on 1 and 12 will be $1,000,
I'm sorry?
and all the others are no bonds hold for the KPS or the violation of the probation. You should be going before your felony judges tomorrow and Friday. You're due in court. Good luck, sir.
So I'm in the courtroom.
Specifically for DOC.
All right, Michael Taylor.
Is approaching judge here at Maine.
Mr. Taylor, you're before the court today for 2 counts of burglary of an unoccupied conveyance unarmed. Count 3 is resisting without, officer without violence. Count 4 is grand theft. 5 and 6 are felony violations of probation.
I believe one count is an attempt, Your Honor.
On the burglary. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so count 1 will be, I'll find probable cause or count 1, the burglary, and then on count 2, it'll be attempt. I'll write attempt. All right, those are parties which should be heard as to the bonds.
Judge, considering as a no bond hold, count 1 and 2 are third-degree felonies, we'd ask for $1,000 on each count.
Your Honor, I'd be requesting $5,000 on 1, $2,500 on 2. He's on probation for grand theft auto, and now he's allegedly breaking into Carson Plantation. That's cause for more concern, not less.
All right, as to count 1 and 2, I'll impose a bond of $2,500 on each count. And it looks like you should be in your felony court tomorrow, sir, at 8:30. Good luck. Demetrius Graham.
Mr. Grant, come on up. He's approaching judge, he's here at Maine.
Is Mr. Graham the same?
Mr. Boyce?
Same, yes, Your Honor.
It's the same. Yeah, so Mr. Graham, you're before the court today. I'll find probable cause for count 1 as a burglary, count 2 is an attempt, count 3 is grand theft, and count 4 is possession of cannabis. Those are parties which to be heard as to.
I would just ask Your Honor to set the same bonds for his co-arrestee. Mr. Graham just got out of Florida State Prison August of last year after serving a sentence for 1 case for burglary of a conveyance and a 2nd case for 2 counts of grand theft auto, 1 count of leaving the scene of an accident where there was an injury.
Judge, Mr. Graham's requesting the court consider releasing him on pretrial release. Unfortunately, at this time, he's not working. He lives with his girlfriend and her mother, and from what he advised me, they can't afford to post a monetary bond. So, Judge, he's asking to be released on pretrial release.
That's gonna be denied at this time. The bonds are count 1 and 2, $2,500. Count 3, $1,000, and $100 on count 4. Good luck, sir. Mark Mose?
Moyes?
Mr. Mose, you're before the court for 2 counts of burglary on occupied conveyance unarmed. 3 is resisting officer without violence. 4 is fleeing and eluding law enforcement at high speed. 5 is aggravated assault on officer. 6 is grand theft. 7, reckless driving. 8 is violation of felony probation. 9 is violation of felony probation.
And same situation on 1 and 2, Your Honor. I'd be requesting the same bonds on 1 and 2. $2,500 bond on 4. And on the aggravated assault against a law enforcement officer, $7,500.
Judge, considering as no bond holds, I'm going to be requesting 1,000 on 1, 1,000 on 2, 1,004, 1,000 on 5.
All right, on counts 1 and 2 will be $2,500. Count 3 is $100. Count 4. Count 4 will be $1,000. Count 5 will be $2,500. 6 is $1,000. 7 is $100, and then 8 and 9 are no bond holds. You will be in court tomorrow in your felony division at 8:30 as well. Good luck, sir. And then Michael Cozy.
Bonded?
All right. Did we get anything on Mr. Khan's attorney? Okay. All right, on the felony docket, hearing docket, we have Samuel Duncan. Do we have Samuel Duncan? On the
Samuel
hearing, he's on the
Duncan.
hearing docket.
He was released, I've been informed, Judge.
Okay.
And Michael Tegliani, judge, is
Conti.
Conti.
And which one?
Tegliani, the misdemeanor.
Okay. All right. Mr. Tegliani
It's the second
is a
look.
second look. He was arrested on the 16th.
Yeah, he's got a $100 bond on the resisting without violence. When he was arrested, he had a VOP on a misdemeanor domestic violence battery. It looks like, I don't know if it was reinstated or what, but he's awaiting to go to First Step Sober House.
Yes.
In light of that, I have no objection to an ROR on count 4.
So I'll ROR Mr. Tegliani on count 4. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Khan?
Mr. Khan, if you wish, Judge. I did speak with Mr. Levine.
Okay.
He does not represent Mr. Khan as of yet on this matter.
Okay.
And is asking the public defender to represent him today. Mr. Levine did indicate to me, Mr. Khan, are you listening?
Mr. Khan, come on up, sir.
He's coming up.
Mr. Levine did indicate to me that he probably will be retained on these charges and that he will make every effort to see Mr. Khan this evening
Okay.
after work at the jail.
Okay.
But for now, Mr. Khan, according to Mr. Levine, is best advised to use the services of the public defender's office.
And in Judge, and speaking with Mr. Khan, we talked about that, and he did give me the phone number of his family, and I did advise him I'm gonna be contacting his family after court to post his monetary bond.
All right, so the court does find probable cause, and I will leave the bonds 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and count 5 is not for magistrate. Good luck, sir. All right. Did we cover everything?
Did we do our other docket already?
Yep.
I blinked, I must have missed it.
One was ROR, the other had bonded out.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Was it Samuel Duncan, ROR?